Take 4, we're back again. I'm hoping this isn't as blurry. It's called Happiness is a Choice. I thought there might be a couple of good things in here, possibly. I don't always believe happiness is a choice, because depression can be something that can interfere with that. And that's not in everybody's control, so I think that's kind of misleading in a way, and would be very disheartening to a person dealing with depression who is trying their absolute best and doing everything they can to be happy, but just not succeeding with it due to it actually being an illness. Here we go. Perfect phrases, conflict resolution. Looks rather boring, rather textbook-like, but I think I could find some good information in here, so I got that one. This one is a biography of a true story called Not Without My Sister. The true story of 3 girls violated and betrayed, and basically it's a story about... It says, from as young as 3 years old, the 3 sisters were treated by their guardians as sexual beings and were forced into openly abusive relationships. They were denied access to formal schooling, forced to wander the streets begging for money, and mercilessly beaten for crimes as unpredictable as reading an encyclopedia. I think I'm really going to enjoy this book, and it's going to be a very touching book. Now I have more of a religious book. It's called What Happens When Women Walk in Faith. Trusting God takes you to amazing places. And this really fits in with some of my goals right now that I have on a spiritual level that I want to pursue. And I have kind of gotten my feet wet, but I really just want to dive in some more. I love to public speak and talk on important issues that affect people's mental health and spiritual well-beings, as well as physical health. And there's many different topics that I'm specifically interested in and motivated with. And I think this will be quite helpful maybe to assist in helping to move me to greater levels with what I feel is my purpose in life. So I thought that one was nice. Whoops. This is by Yolanda Van Zant. I don't know how to pronounce her name. Anyway, she's on TV. She's on OWN TV, the Oprah channel, and she does counseling with people and helps people like turn their lives around. It's called Yesterday I Cried, Celebrating the Lessons of Living and Loving. And this is the lady, I'm sure you guys, her face is very familiar. Here is my last book, and I love this book. I got this one for free as well. It's called Don't Throw It Out, Recycle, Renew, and Reuse to Make Things Last. This is honestly a really, really cool book. It's like the Bible to everything and anything you could do to recycle and how to recycle it. And all kinds of creative ways and things like you wouldn't even think about. This here is just a great, great book. So that ends it now for all the books that I have to show you. I lastly want to talk about, if we're on this note of talking about, doing things to inspire us, doing things to help us relax and come into that peaceful state. I like to really create a space for myself that is inviting and very relaxing to do things. And I'll just show you a couple of things that I focus on. I like to get movies, like this one is about Diana, and it's about her death and what an inspirational woman she is. So inspirational movies are a really great idea. I love the movie Steel Magnolias. That takes me right back to the olden days and out in the country, and it's really pure and innocent and just takes me away into a place where things were once very different than what they are today. Here is a wonderful speaker, Joyce Myers, Battlefield of the Mind, and she has all kinds of collections of videos to help inspire people. And she really just cuts through the chase, and she just gives it to you raw. And I really enjoy listening to her. Often I think of wanting to be like a Joyce Myers and get up in public speak just like she does. Another thing I have here is like my little basket, and it's nice to have a few CDs nice to sit back and listen to and relax to. Also, like I have this little cabinet of some special ornaments that really mean a lot to me, that sometimes I just like to sit back and look at, and of course, as you can see, this has to do with the birth of my daughter and being pregnant with her, and just what a blessing that was to my life, and how grateful I am to have her, and she really was a miracle. And that's me pregnant there in the back, if you guys can see, with the big belly. I also like making flower arrangements and having like candles and things. These are battery operated, which is really nice if you don't want to start a fire. And I like making these funky flower arrangements sometimes, just to, you know, give me some interest in my room and put a different piece in my living room. I also have, you know, some outdoor looking flower arrangement that I've done here with a big stick and just glued some flowers onto it. I have my soap here. I love the wood. I love the feeling of wood because it gives me an outdoor feeling. And there's my fresh soap and that little teapot down there. So, I mean, my place has a lot of stuff. I mean, a lot of stuff. I'm a collector, but I keep everything well organized, really tidy, and I just like to look at a lot of stuff, to be honest. Here's my teacups, and I love pink. I really do. Pink is really beautiful. It's a little one, like a little kid-sized one, and then it's a big one. So they're really sweet, and I like the idea of having, like, picking out a little bit of knitting here. We're making a little purse here, my daughter and I, and you use like one of these little spool things. Here's like a little bracelet that we made with it. A little kit that she received from her grandmother. So yeah, I like little things like this. Cute little granny here. Anything that can bring you into like an imaginative world or bring you into that creative place in your mind. That's why I like having lots of things around, like thinking about tea parties, thinking about an old granny sitting down in her apron and back in the old days. That's the stuff I like to think about. And I have lots of mugs and things around. I like that, and little inspirational sayings here. So as we move along here in my living room, I'm going to show you another display of books. I've had this treasure chest now since I was a little girl. My mom got my sister and I both one for Christmas. And here's another slew of books that I got from the library. So I thought that would be a great presentation in my living room. I also, at a thrift shop, got this little ice bucket here for wine. And I don't drink wine or any alcohol, but I do like to put my books in it. So I also got like a back scratcher here in the back here. And over here I've got some more books displayed. This is the fairy house that I made out of paper mache. My daughter made one as well. This is the one that I made, which I'm still need to make a door for the front here. I've got a little door for the side, like a side door, but I wanted to do a real fancy door for the front. And I've got some real nice pictures. And what I do with these pictures, I specifically love pictures that are of different countries, different places in the world, and I just like to sit back and look at them and feel like I'm just diving right into that scene. So I have a nice granny chair here that I like to sit in while I view my pictures. So that is it for today, my lovelies. I hope you enjoyed our little book club segment, and I hope to see you back soon. Maybe we'll talk about some books that I've read that I've showed you today, and we'll do a little discussion on the books, which I think would be fun. So take care. Bye for now. Until next time. See you later.